Minions and Monsters. I've always been a huge fan of the Minion franchise. Right from the very first one that was released, The Despicable Me, I've always been this crazy fan of the Minions. This new release, Minions and Monsters, is not far from others. They just had a little twist in the storyline and made it a whole lot interesting. Guys, this movie is about the Minions' ridiculous journey, traveling from one country to another in search of a supervillain to serve, but they end up destroying the supervillain or destroying his house. That's how crazy it is. In this their crazy quest, they somehow discovered the magic of filmmaking, in which they went fully into it. Everything was going all rosy and nice. I mean, the minions had mansions, crazy cars, were living the life of the party, enjoying everything until everything come crashing with the introduction of voice movie. Because the movie they were actually making are voiceless movies, just music playing in the background and the minions doing their crazy ridiculous things. People actually love them around the world. With the introduction of voice movie, making use of mic, so minions will actually speak for people to understand. Now that's where it gets crazy now. Nobody understands them. Now making the movie company that was actually sponsoring them to lose millions of dollars. The company now had no choice but to fire the millions, seize their house and their cars. Now return the millions back to square zero. They are now left with no option than to focus on their main goal, looking for a supervillain to serve. Except these three minions, Harry, James and Ed. James has this crazy wild dream, draws pictures of movie of things that the minions could do, but the minions being minions are not interested in that. The minions being their usual self are not interested in all that. All they want is to search for a super villain to serve, except James, Harry and Ed. Harry believes so much in James' dream. He wants to help James actualize his dream of making the best movie in the world and also winning an Oscar award for it. Ed, on the other hand, had the same goals. After everything came crashing down, the minions were forced back to their main goal, looking for a supervillain to serve, except these three minions, James, Harry and Ed, which they went on with their plans. Knowing the minions very well, it all went out of control. This movie went out of control, but it became a huge success because every single scene was being recorded. And when they released the movie Minions and Monsters, it was the best movie of the year. James now actualized his dream and won an Oscar award alongside his friend Harry and Ed. I must tell you, this recently released Minions and Monsters is one movie you ought to see because it is very nice and interesting, guys. I will give this movie a solid 9 over 10. That's my personal rating. If you are a fan of the Minions, what do you think about it? Drop a comment. If you like what I'm doing, like and share. Thank you.